what do you do in a 5-day break as a goalie? You like it? You played a lot? Is it a nice little rest for you?
Yeah, it's a nice little break. It's obviously nice that we were able to get 2 days off. So being able to get some family time, get to relax. Yeah, it's great. I think for me, just trying to stay zoned in, get my workouts in, and obviously having really good practices to keep me dialed in.
The team defense has improved a lot lately. Combination, how much does that help you, and how much has Stuart Skinner improved lately to lead to the 931 during this winning streak?
Yeah, I think it's everybody. Huge credit to the guys in front of me. I think I've said this probably 100 times, but the PK has just been really, really good, which is a huge help for just being able to win games in general. So that's a huge props to the forwards and the D really being committed on our PK, on our power play, and just the game overall. So it's been very good.
Is the PK better from your vantage point? Because everybody talks the goalie's got to be your best penalty killer, but is it because it's more predictable? You know where the pucks are coming from because the guys are in their lanes and positions more?
Yeah, I think we're just really able to get a hang of it now. Even Brownie was saying the other day, he was saying how we're really figuring out the PK. So it's always nice to hear that because that's a huge part of being able to win games, especially when it comes to crunch time.
So as a goaltender, when you go into games, are you expecting, okay, there's the shots I'm supposed to make the save on, and there's going to be 3 or 4 or 5 in a game, or I've got to dive across and make those saves? Is that how a goalie looks at it going into every game? There's shots you should save, and then there's other ones you just have to dive.
I don't really think of that at all, actually. I just think about what I got to do for my job, which is trying to stop every single puck. So if that includes me diving around, then that's what I'll do. For the most of the time, you want to be technically sound and obviously just really strong. But yeah, I'm fine diving around for to make a save. So if that comes to play, I'll do that.
So that's a lot of starts for an NHL goalie these days. It used to be guys would play 65, 70.
Yeah.
What is a lot of starts now?
I think it really depends who you are. Depends the team you got to. I know you look at Vasi, he's played 60 almost every year. For myself, I like playing every game, right? So I think that's probably what every goalie would say. We're all very high competitors. So whenever I get the nod, I'm happy to go in.
We always talk about, I think what he was getting at is the saves you're supposed to make and the saves that no one thought you'd make. Well, there's expected goals. There's a lot of those stats for goalies, right? Saves you make above expected.
Yep.
Is all the statistical community and all that, is all of that fair? Is that jibe with what's going on between a goalie's ears? Or is it in a different world completely?
Yeah, I would say for myself anyways, I can only speak for myself. I would say it's different for me. Expected saves and all that stuff, I think the camera can see obviously a lot of it, but it's different when you're the guy doing it. I think if you asked Pix that or anybody that, I think it'd be the same answer. When you're actually down there doing the work, I think it's there's things that happen on the ice. So yeah, stats are great, but I try not to be too concerned about it.
So what is a good save percentage for a goalie in today's NHL? Because it used to be, I got to be, if you're below 9, it's not so good, and if you're 9-15, all of a sudden you're playing great.
Yeah, that's not really for me, to be honest. You guys can tell me what a good save percentage is and what a bad save percentage is. It's not my concern, if I'm going to be completely blunt.
So winning getting a W is way more important. If you win the game 5-4,
Yep.
You don't care much.
I would agree. Yeah. Obviously, there's some nights where there's games where it's 5-4, 6-4, and I'm not too happy about it. Just as a competitor, because I want to be able to keep the goals low. But for when it comes to stats, I think everyone's more concerned with the win column. That's how you get into playoffs, right? Not if a goalie's at a 960 save percentage. That might help, but when it comes down to it, if you have a 960 and you lose 1-0 every single game, you're not going to make the playoffs, and then you're not going to be able to be a champion. So I think that's our biggest concern.
So you're pretty good at keeping out the outside noise. I think it seems like you are anyway. I know you and Jack Campbell were close, and I know you guys spoke the day that they sent him down.
Yep.
How difficult, I guess, has it been for you with, I don't want to use the word drama, but he's been having some tough times in the minors. He's a good friend of yours, and you've kept that out of your head, I would think or assume. What's that been like for you?
Yeah, a little bit. Obviously, I'm close with a lot of guys down in Baco because I was able to play with a lot of them. So I do keep tabs every once in a while, look how the games went. We got a few guys here that played there, so we always kind of chat about it. Oh, how's Baco doing? How's Griff doing? How's Jack doing? How's Bugsy doing? So it's nice to keep tabs and just see how everything's going. I texted Soupy the other day, and we were just talking about how things are going for him, how things are going for me, and how obviously the leagues are a lot different when it comes to he's busting around now, and we've all been part of that. Obviously tough, the whole situation, but he's battling, he's working on his game, as of I am. Whatever league him and I are in, we're going to be trying to work on our game and be the best goalie that we can be.
Because Jack started a long time in the minors before he got in the NHL. Now he's back in the minors. So it wasn't like he played 10 years in the minors and then all of a sudden, in the minors. He spent a lot of time before getting to the NHL in the minors. So he's kind of used to playing in the minors.
Yeah, I feel like it was a while ago for him. You never want to be sent down. He's an incredible goaltender, and he's proved that for a long period of time, I would say. So, it's always hard going through that.
Stu, there have been a couple of exceptions, but generally when we've talked to you, you felt even earlier in the year, you felt really good about your game. You said that. So I just wonder now, is there something you can maybe point to your improvement, or do you think you're just being rewarded more for the work that you put in?
I think it's a good question. I think there's a lot of aspects that go into that. Sometimes it's bounces. Sometimes it's I know for our PK, we struggled at the beginning as well. Our team struggled in general at the beginning, as I did. So it's being able to persevere through that. There's always going to be moments in your life, in your career, where things might not be going as well as maybe you want, and it's about kind of how you respond to that, keep on working, not giving up. So I think as a whole team, we've done a good job at that.